Just want to quickly shout out all of our partners and thank them so much for the support. Really does mean a lot to us and help us with our growth. Enhanced CBD, Performance Box Supplements, Fortis Fightwear, Boho Jewellery, Core Hand Wraps, and Good To Go Recovery. We really do appreciate all the support you've given us over the past year and a bit. We'll have links to all of them in the episode description, and there'll be the codes to them all in there as well. Hello and welcome back to Super Necessary. Today I'm delighted to say that joining us is the current PFL lightweight champion from the 2021 season, Raush Manfio, and I hope we pronounced that correctly.
Yes, it's right. Raush.
Raush. See, I told you it was like that.
See, we've been saying that.
But Raush is good enough. Raush is good too.
To be honest with you, I think we prefer how to actually say your name with Raush.
Yeah.
We like that way.
Yeah, we do. How are you anyway, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank God. Happy, we did the work last week, and anxious to the next fight. I want to know the name as soon as possible.
Yeah, ready to get back in there, ready to take another head off.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. So firstly then, how did you get started in MMA?
Man, at 12, MMA I started to like 16, 17, but at martial arts in general, I was 12, I was pretty fat, and I need to cut some weight. And they have taekwondo in the school, taekwondo, the South Korean martial art, just kicks. And I started to training to lose weight. And I fall in love after a couple months. So I'm really good on that. And I moved to train Muay Thai. Then when I moved to train Muay Thai with a couple cousins, they told me to start to watch the fights. And once I started to watch the fights in Japan, the Pride FC, I never stopped it. It was like this turning into a dream. So eventually I moved to training jiu-jitsu with gi, then boxing, wrestling. But my first fight in MMA amateur I did was 18. Before that, I just fought Muay Thai.
Yeah, and I was that switch easy for you? Going from mostly striking to then, bringing BJJ into it and MMA as a whole. Was that?
It's never comfortable to for a striker change for a grappling game. But I think my biotype, my body is accept easier the grappling than the striker.
Right.
So naturally, when I train in wrestler and jiu-jitsu, it's easier to adapt myself to these conditions. But I like more the striking part. So I put myself to work more the strike parts because I like more to be a striker.
Yeah.
But physically speaking, like about stamina, and I think if I would like a grappler, I would do good too.
Yeah. So obviously you had a great fight last time out with Don Madge. So obviously coming out of that third round, what was you thinking and what was your approach going into that final round with him, knowing that the fight might not have went your way at that point?
Yeah. So the first 2 rounds I was too comfortable. All the merit to Madge. He did a really good job, really good fighter, super tough. He play on distance, and kick super fast. Was difficult to block the kick and counter attack. When I counter, I was just counter with the left hand because the kick was there and I couldn't use the right hand. So in the third round, my coach told me we need at least a knockdown, We won this round by 10-8.
Yeah.
So I need to approach and with strong punches to knock him down at least. So in the first tentative, I really threw the overhand. I got the knockout. So I'm not happy with my performance during the fight. I think I was too comfortable, waiting too much, but I'm really happy with the result.
Yeah.
Thank God we did everything to the next fight. You know, to be better for the next fight. I'm confident we can do better.
Yeah. No, it was a beautiful.
What made you so in the first couple of rounds? What do you think it was that made you so feel so comfortable? Where you were sort of maybe were you underestimating him at all?
No, never underestimate him. I know how good he is. I know he was the favorite for a fight. I couldn't understand, but he was the favorite. You know, I was the underdog again. It's nice, and even being the champion. And once he kicked, and I thought okay, the kick is there, but it's not hurting me. You know, I can block this. So I start to block, but block don't score points. So I was like, he probably would finish the fight with 3 rounds in a row, just scoring points because I was too comfortable, you know. So when the guy kicks you and he really hurts you, he make you walk, and you need to do something. But I was like, I see the kicks coming, I see the punches coming, and I think he's not gonna knock me out with that. So I was waiting to put a right punch or kick to try rock him, because I saw I have more punch in my, but at the same time, I think was not a good decision because he was like touching me 2-3 times and I touched him just once. And it doesn't matter who's touch stronger, because if you don't rock the other guy, the scores are going to the other guy. So strategically, I was not doing good, but I didn't felt like the pressure he would knock me out. So that's why I think I took so long, because in the third round we have no option. We need to push and try the knockout.
Yeah. And do you think so the PFL format of like scoring and that, do you think it makes fighters push more for those finishes? So say for example in like the UFC or something where we had that situation coming out the third round, you know, you had to get the finish. You see in some circumstances fighters get too comfortable and don't really take a chance. Do you think the scoring format makes fighters take those chances more?
Yes, I think so. I think they another way they also could push us to finish the fight would give some financial bonus also, you know. This would be good for me. I like it. Even with the knockout of the night, I was like, okay, you're gonna pay me something extra? Oh, no, just the video. No, just the video. I don't want to know. I want more. And but this totally, because one fight, if you won in the first round and you score 6 points, these 6 points worth more than 2 won by points. So I think that part that normally the fans don't know. So even if you lost the first fight, if you finish the second one within the first round, this worth more than the guy who beat the all 6 rounds in 2 fights.
Yeah.
So it's the way they found it to push us. So yes, I can see the guys who lost in the first fight come as crazy now to try, score points to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
so
I think it's a really good way to push on us. Even better would be these points and money. But
definitely.
But just the points, just the points is a really good way to push us.
Yeah. We'll have to get a race out to see this and get some of those financial gains going, eh?
Yeah, for sure. My wife is like, they give you some bonus. Can I change my car? I don't know. No bonus.
Just points.
No $50,000 bonus. No. You stay in your car. No, just kidding. Shouldn't care about this stuff. But I could imagine like, a bonus would be really nice.
Yeah,
definitely. So you were unbeaten in the 2021 PFL season. and obviously you won the title. And now you've got one win this season. You've got a 5-fight win streak. How much does that boost your confidence going into future fights?
Not for comfortable. I think I am the challenger again. You know. For 2022, I am not the champion yet. I need to climb myself and beauty myself again to get there and grab another belt.
Yeah.
So I'm hungry again to be the champion again. I not defend nothing. I am and I will forever be the champion in 2021. 2022, I need to climb myself to get there strong enough to prove I deserve and grab another belt. If God allowed me to do that, I will be more than happy and proud again. But I need to step by step. I'm not thinking the playoffs in the finals. I'm thinking in the anxious for the name of the next fight. Focus in one fight at a time.
Yeah.
So that's my way to to be calm, and we can't control the result.
Yeah.
You know, there persons who tell, no, you know, you're almost there. No. Wait. I don't know nothing. I can't control nothing. I just can go there and give my best. And the rest is in God's hands. I don't know. But I need to push myself and not be comfortable to get there hungry to more. And that's what I want for my next fight, you know. We improve the details about start the first round strong, like I did in the final last year. Like I start strong and I won the first 2 rounds, and then I lost the 3rd round. Then I won the 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
And the fourth round was like a 10-8 minimum. The guy Loic was like a piece of iron. He didn't break, but I really hit him in all the ways imagined. The guy is like superhuman. He resists of what I think no one could resist. And but I start strong. So once you start strong, and now the other guy need to come after you to try score his points too. It's easier for me as a counter attack fighter to make my game. Because when the guys come as a crazy punch me, it's all I want, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know I have a powerful counter attack. So when the guy come and I just need 1, 2 punches, 1 kick, that's it, the fight is over. So, but like Don Madge did, he was making me wait and kick and distance and jab and kick. So I need to start take the risk. So
Yeah.
he was smart because of that, because he watched my fights and he was kicking distance. So for the next fight, we're going to improve that. And but yeah, I'm not comfortable at all, and I'm thinking one fight at a time.
Right. Okay. So earlier you mentioned Pride, watching Pride, and obviously one of the big names that come out of that was Nogueira, and obviously you train at Team Nogueira. For you, what's it like to be able to train with a legend like Big Nog, especially after watching him?
Yeah. I train with Rodrigo Minotauro, with Rogério Minotauro, Anderson Silva. I train with many guys like you. They already was like legends. When I moved to Rio, Anderson Silva was like fighting Yoshin Okami. Was like his biggest hype, you know. Was the best moment for him, and I could learn from him like a couple details, like how defend the overhand, and a super humble person. And I was like amazing, like, oh my gosh, the guys are really here, you know. I'm trained with these guys because it's easier you met with a professional fighter, doesn't matter what level, than with a soccer player. With a soccer player, it's like, oh, the guy have security. It's difficult you find. No, it's another sport. Like soccer is huge. It's impossible you get close these guys. Yeah. But with professional fighters, you just need to grab your car and go to the gym. And when the training is over, you know, we don't need security. We are our own security. So it's easier for us. So I normally see like the fighters very humble, because we know if any moment we can be knocked out. Someone can come and knock us out. So if you are too cocky, eventually you're gonna be smashed.
Yeah.
And in another sport, you have no this. Like if you are a soccer player, no one would never punch you in the face.
No,
So
definitely
you
not.
can be really cocky. You can be like, oh, you can talk whatever you want. Sometimes you score a goal and it's okay, even if your team lost. But for fighters, no. We need to always push ourselves to the limit. Be humble, because in any moment in our career, someone can knock us out, can put you to sleep. It's a dangerous sport. So I think these make us humble,
Yeah.
because no one is unbeatable. I
Definitely.
don't know if this word exists, unbeatable,
Yeah.
but I
I,
like it. I like. So that's it, you know.
I think the only exception to that football thing is probably Jose Aldo. He'll just kick you
Yeah,
in the legs, you know what I mean?
definitely. And I think he's a good soccer player too.
Yeah. Yeah.
He like to play. I am terrible, but he like to play.
So your nickname is, and again, I hope I say this correctly, Cavallo de Guerrera.
De Guerra is Warhorse. It sounds better, Warhorse. I prefer that way.
Warhorse,
Warhorse,
right?
that would
Okay.
translate to.
We were wondering what the
Warhorse.
translation was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get that nickname?
You remember the movie Warhorse?
Yeah.
So that horse going through everything, right? Like the walls. He never stopped it. And at that time, I was already in Tinogueira. And at the conditioning train, we have that training who you put, like you need to pull. Uh, you know that a huge tire
Yeah.
is really heavy, like 200 pounds, and
Yeah.
you need to pull that, like lay down. And I love that training. And the guys was like, man, these kids like the Warhorse, because the movie.
Yeah.
Because the Warhorse never stopped. There was just training to pull that, doesn't matter what, and the resilience didn't stop. And that's why I started. Then they start to call me Warhorse every time, and I like it. I was like, okay, Warhorse is a good nickname.
Yeah.
Then I found in the Bible one versicle in the Job book about the Warhorse. Then I was okay. That's my name. It's really good. Like the Bible, the script, like God making the Warhorse, what like no one like was unexplainable, strong and fearless in battle. So I was like, okay, this is me, you know.
Yeah. I'm
And
taking
I
it. It's
took that
mine
for
now.
myself. Yeah, then I took that for myself, and now I even make the logo now like
Yeah.
Warhorse. So now I really love the nickname. But at the other person was like, Cavalo de Guerra, this is too long. You know, like make no sense at all. Now there's like the Brazilian Warhorse.
I like it.
Now everybody love it. At the beginning, it sounds like weird.
Is it at first, is it weird like getting a nickname and then going, oh, I don't know whether to take that or not, because it's like, you know,
Yeah. No, but in Portuguese, to be honest, don't sounds good because it's too long. In English, it's better. Like Warhorse.
Yeah.
I prefer English.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it works both ways, but the English has got a nice ring to it. Obviously, you've mentioned obviously like you've seen a verse in the Bible and stuff like. How important is your religion to you, and how does that help you with your training?
Everything is not a part of my life. It's who I am. I think I own everything I am to God, to Jesus Christ. Doesn't matter how strong I train it, how I push myself to hard work, you know, make how hard work I was. I could never open a door for myself, because it doesn't matter how good you are. Some things you need to give it to you the opportunity. And I believe God give you the opportunity in His time. So before PFL, I got 3 years without no fighting. 9 fights got canceled. So when I took the decision to retire, okay, I need to provide to my family. I have I have two little girls at home, and I was doing private classes, and I remember I spoke to God. I told God, I understand, like, life is difficult. It's not like I already understand that, but and I will love you doesn't matter what. But if you don't want me to fight anymore, please take this out from my heart, because I'm suffering seeing the other guys who are training being very successful. I'm happy for them, but I want to be successful too. And but if you don't want this from my life, it's not a problem. I respect you always, but took this wish from my heart because I don't want to suffer. And I think after 1 month, I was in PFL. So it's like every detail I got, I saw the God hand in the process. Not just this year, but in my whole life. I think God is making me like I'm afraid to tell that because it's a big responsibility. But as a good example of like how be a good Christian. You know, for God's sake, I don't want to be. I am a perfect man, but you know, I want to be a good example for the kids. I want to be a good example in the sport. You're not gonna see me curse, you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what. You're not gonna see me curse. I wanna really be a good example and tell, okay, God loved the person so much, He chose this crazy MMA fighter to speak about love, to speak about faith, to speak about, like, doesn't matter how difficult you are struggling. Like, if you have emotional problems, if you have family problems, if you have drug problems, doesn't matter. God together with you, you can achieve anything, because we all can be like successful in life. I'm not telling about like a romantic story. Everybody can be world champion. It's not about that. But everybody can, when get home, can, thank you, God. I win one more day. And I think that's why God is making me write a little, but it's for His glory. It's not about myself. I know I'm pushing myself to the limits every day, and I really work hard. But I also know I can't control anything. I just can give my best, and I'm doing that. I'm really happy. God has honored my way, and doesn't matter what. I am with Him until the end of times. I decide be Christian, doesn't matter what. And this is really, really, really difficult, because it's easy to talk to you, and then a pretty girl walking next to me, and you don't turn your face to look. It's easy to talk, but live is difficult. So in the simple stuff, you need to prove God you are faithful. And I remember many times uh, when I couldn't, like, even financially, uh, like, barely pay my bills. I was borrowing money to pay my bills. And I remember I told, even the worst moments, I told God, I know if you want, you can change my life forever and I can be a rich man. I don't know if you want that from me, but I trust you have the best for me, because myself, I'm working for myself. I will never achieve nothing. But if you put your hand upon me and bless me, is enough to change my life forever. And when I stepped in the PFL, was like that. My life changed. Like, I got sponsors. I was my life was never the same. But I saw I was necessary these 3 years, like, in the desert, struggling, cleaning office. I work in the hospital, and I remember that day, I was like very emotional, and I couldn't understand why, God, why I leave that, and I need to clean this hospital room. Was all dirty with shit, all like disgusting. And I was like, why am I doing here? Why I need to do that? In that moment, I didn't understood nothing. It was like, why, God? Why do why you let me do that? I'm not supposed to be here. But until I have that proud in my heart, I need to struggle every day. When I accept, like, okay, I can change myself. what is your way to me? Then I start to give him private classes, and God opened my mind. Okay, I can work with a really, I am really good. I am a professional fighter, so let's teach persons how to fight. Then my life start to getting easier financially. Then I start to be more calm. But it was every part of this desert in my life was necessary to be more mature. And now I understand it, and I am grateful for everything I've been through the last years.
Yeah. And I think, to be honest with you, mate, the world can use many role models. And I think MMA fighters are some of the best role models you can have. So, yeah, definitely keep doing you, mate. So, next question then. You fought at 145 once, I believe it was against Douglas Sarava. I've got that right. Can you just talk about that process, how hard it is, and why you won't be fighting at that weight again?
Man, I think I was 22, 23 years, and I never more will make that again.
That's just
was
too hard.
No, it's too hard. It was like 6 months in a row diet. Had no life, you know. I have no energy even to have sex.
Yeah.
Was terrible. I saw myself, all my lean mass, like going to space, like, and even with that I couldn't make the weight. I was like 1 pound after the limits of the division, so I scored 147.
Yeah.
Waiting, so it was too hard, but I think it was necessary to try that time to learn and not try again, you know.
Yeah.
Because I was the youngest, I was naturally lighter. I walk around like 175. Now I'm walking around like 183, 185. So I'm 10 pounds heavier than I supposed to be than I was when I was younger. And if someone offered me like, oh, go to 145, I say no, go to hell.
Keep that weight cut away from me.
If you want to kill me, use a knife. Don't ask me to make 145 again. Of course, in my first fight in America, I accept make a 150, but it was like I did it for the opportunity. And but even 150 for me today is too much. I think the perfect division for me would be 160.
Yeah, I think we
Then
need
it
that
would be like,
160. Yeah.
well, with 160, I could fight like 10 years more for sure.
Yeah.
155 is like, we need to control the process. The details need to be like, today is my last day with no diet. Tomorrow I need to start again for 7 weeks, you know. So it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, but you also won that fight as well, so it shows your strength right there.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God. First round, the process, and the guy also didn't make the weight, so it was half pound. So for me, it was like, at least the guy didn't make the weight, so I didn't feel that bad, you know.
Yeah.
So obviously last year in PFL you fought and defeated Anthony Pettis. What was it like going up against someone like him, obviously with the very successful career he's had outside of the PFL?
Repeat your question again. Sorry. Why do you need to know?
So you defeated Anthony Pettis in last year's competition. What was it like fighting somebody like him who's had such a successful career outside of PFL?
Now I got it. It's my favorite fight until now. You know, even with the championship fight, worth 1 million, my fight against Anthony Pettis is still my favorite, because the guy is a legend. I am his fan. He is like a really good champion, and he, not in the hotel, but during the fight, he treated me good. You know, he touched gloves every round, and was such an honor for me fighting him and make a really good performance against him. Because after fighting him, I felt like, okay, I can beat anyone in the world. It's just to be prepared and put the right strategy. I have no more block like, okay, I don't know if I can beat this guy. You know, after fighting him, I have the feeling in my heart, with the right strategy, I can beat anyone in the world. that gave me a lot of confidence.
Yeah,
Definitely.
The next one then. So obviously there's a lot of great competition in your weight class. You know, we've just had Jeremy Stevens have his fight. You've got Stevie Ray, of course. You mentioned Pettis there. You mentioned that you're ready to get in there and have the next opponent. Is there anyone you're looking forward to facing in particular?
Man, I think Jeremy Stephens would be nice fighting him because his name, and because we need to fight someone who lost. You know, everybody who win need to fight someone who lost in the second fight. So Jeremy Stephens or the guy who win in the Anthony Pettis fight, the guy who lost in the Anthony Pettis fight. I don't think Anthony Pettis gonna lost this fight. I think he's gonna win. And or Jeremy Stephens or Anthony Pettis would be a good match for me. I know Anthony Pettis wanna make the rematch against me, so I want to offer this to him. I think he's always good for business sponsors fight someone like him. And everybody is difficult, but they have some names who give you a bigger rewards.
Yeah.
So if everybody is difficult, I wanna fight who gonna give me a new sponsor, you know?
Do you think if you fought Jeremy Stevens, you would sort of get into that firefight with him, or would you come with a different
Yeah, I
strategy?
think if I fight him, I'm gonna knock him out before the end of the second round because his style match a lot with me.
Yeah.
He's not the guy who waiting, who playing distance. No, he came forward.
Yeah.
And he came forward. It's easier for me finding him. We never know the score. He's a ridiculous good fighter, really tough. But I think with his game and my game, I knock him out before the end of the second round.
Yeah, I think that's the fight to make for the fans. I think you and Jeremy would be explosive, and it'd be
we are too
set the world alight.
But I think I am more precise. I have more precision in my punches, and he's like 3-4 punches, and I like 1 and 2 like a sniper. Boom, boom, and kick, and I kick a lot better than Clay Collar. Has no comparison. And I saw many spots that their fight was great to watch. But when you studied the fight, they rushed too much. They got in crazy. They like a crazy bar fight. I will not fight like that. I'm gonna make boom, 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 and knock him out and kick and I'm gonna use more my kicks. So neither Stephens, neither Clay Collar kick well. So I have this advantage in my favor. I have a really hard kicks, and I know if I threw that, is a way to finish the fight.
Definitely. So then, final question for you, mate. At the end of the PFL season, do we see Raush Manfio with the belt again and the $1 million?
Amen. If God allowed me to do that, if I be healthy, I'm gonna be, showing my 2022 belt for you and make an interview with 2 belts next time we talk each other. So that is my goal. I'm hungry again. I think I'm learning how to do that for the way to run this championship, because you can't rush too much to not getting into overtrain. So you need to go everything right and trust in the process. And I'm ready. I'm confident I can be the champion again. But I'm focused one step by step.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you today. We really appreciate you taking the time out. We'll be following you. We'll be rooting for you. And we can't wait to see who you're fighting again. And we'll be rooting for you.
Really appreciate it, guys. My pleasure to talk with you today.
Thank you for your time, mate.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye-bye. God bless you guys.
Bye-bye.